our main topic, as soon as you talk about the border in between France and Spain, it comes these refugee things and these exile, Republican exile kind of history and memory debates. Also because we have still kind of physical and not physical, material and non-material traces and places of these memory sites. Political and historical changes change the image of the concept of the borders too. So I would say that the first generation of political refugees or exiles, even political and even economical ones, they looked at border as Europe is in the north, liberty is in the north. So it was more about freedom and modernity, I could say. It's to debate, but this concept that I found, sorry, my English, and I find very interesting, this concept of freedom and modernity. Nowadays, I think that it's different, and the generations change.
As you are all aware, Borderlands studies bring together various fields and disciplines, history being just one of them. And historians call the 20th century the century of migration.
And that's what I would, say if we were coming back to the question, what we can learn from the Borderlands, is that, first of all, we've noticed that the connections, the bonds, are at the beginning mostly created by leaders, by those people who I think that in many places you were making your studies, interviews, and whatever. You were actually meeting regular people and sometimes leaders, people who were, important in their local context. So these leaders of Polish-German cooperation meetings, some sort of people who were curious of each other, were, very important to start with this, cooperation meeting, changing mutual perspective, which was not very good at all. It's still, not so beautiful, but we can observe the process of maintaining many good relationships, good initiatives, thinking about area, region more like together than separately. But it wouldn't be possible without the help of some institutions.
How people, I mean regular people, are involved in creating memory in Catalonia and in those topics connected with exile?
Yeah, I mean, it's a quite developing working process, but it's quite interesting to see, because one of the topics is there is a kind of or there is a part of the society who is politically and professionally engaged on this kind of decade of the memorial and memorialization of different kind of concepts, also exiles and borders. And then there is another part of the society, I mean, most of the part of the society, they are engaged in any other things. And we can see that they are also, and they are more and more and more interested and engaged also in this political memorial debates too. So the way to make open and participating these processes is to open not only to the, to the clusters of our clients and customers that we know that they are engaged and they are coming to commemorate this exile and former relatives of these former fighters or former deportees, or open to other collectives that they are learning at the same time they are sharing other perspectives. It's more or less like, for instance, artists. You know that all over the world, artists, contemporary art is working more and more and more on political topics and memorial topics. So this is more or less other collectives.